All right, boom. So if you want to get the V-taper physique, essentially just the aesthetic physique in general, you have to focus on these key muscles that are going to accentuate your V-taper and get you that aesthetic look. So let's get started. The key things to getting the V-taper are the shoulders, the back, and the abs. A lot of people get this mixed up. In order for you to actually have this kind of V-taper dome kind of physique, you need to be working on one, your side delts, two, creating a wide and girthy back so that it kind of accentuates and builds up your shoulders. That way you have a wide back and broad shoulders. And then for abs, self explanatory, abs just look good on every single person. Now, the key misconception that people get wrong is that they think that doing chest workouts is going to get them the V taper physique. And I'll be honest, right? I used to spam chest all the time. I was thinking if I spam chest, naturally I'm going to look bigger and naturally I'm going to look more aesthetic. But that could not be further from the truth. Here's the thing. Don't get me wrong, chest workouts are actually good, especially if you work on like the incline part of your chest. However, if you go about it the wrong way, you are going to look so unaesthetic that you're gonna waste so much time in the gym doing random workouts. So lock in this video and I'm gonna show you exactly what you should be doing. The first and most important one group muscle is back. This is because your back is going to accentuate how wide your shoulders are and it's going to give you the illusion of having a smaller waist. Let's dig in. So think about like every single Hollywood or famous actor, right? Even some anime characters, right? Think about Batman, think about Toji, think about, I don't know, Sylvester Stallone. Think about how their physique is. They have their physique is like they have like a really thin waist, but like a V kind of like back, if you get what I mean. And the reason for this is because they train their lats to the point where it starts to kind of shape into a V. So here are the three best exercises for this: lat pull downs, mainly the wide grip variation, and for this you want to bias a lats. And the way you bias a lats for this is simply by kind of have your hands in like in a Y position, so like this. And when you pull down, this is the key thing to kind of growing your lats and exploding them as quickly as possible. You want to like get like full range of motion and squeeze all the way down. So arch your back, pause, and squeeze all the way down. I'm not even in center. And so like you want to do this and squeeze all the way down. And here you're gonna feel it in your back. If you can't feel it in your back, drop the weight. Like so, what I recommend is always go on like a really light weight. Put your hand on your back and see if you can actually feel your muscles actually being worked out. Do this for every single workout you do. Always go on like a lightweight and see if you're feeling that muscle group that you're working out. If you can feel it, you're doing it correctly. If you can't, you're obviously not. And so the entire point of this is that it's gonna kind of give you that kind of, it's gonna help you kind of get that arch of the V taper. And this is like the staple that almost every single Hollywood actor, pretty much every single famous person who has a V taper or aesthetic physique has. Then we have number two. This is honestly again something that a lot of people do: pull ups. So there's the closed grip and then there's wide grip. Closed grip is mainly for like the core of your back, I guess you could say. But if you're just focused on getting the V taper, again, go for a wide grip. And the stance you want is a stance of like sort of like a Y. And the reason for this is because then you're going to be engaging the back, the full like lats of the back, rather than just using your biceps. Because if you do your pull up strong, you will be engaging your biceps rather than your. It'll be like 50% biceps, 50% back. So if you do it in a correct stance or pulling in a correct form and then pulling yourself up slowly and feeling it, then you're going to see a huge difference in the way that you work out. And naturally, it's going to show you a huge difference in the way that you pull yourself up. Number 3 is damn. Oh god, damn, I forgot. Number 3, low rows. This is a lot harder to do, but if you do low rows in a way that you kind of bend forward a bit and then you squeeze, and what you want to focus on having your thing like this. You don't want to flare your arms too much, but you want to have your thing like to the point where it's like this. So it's kind of like you squeeze like this, but you're keeping your arms like sort of tucked in. And this, you're gonna feel like a huge difference. And again, this works the upper back, like sort of the lats, and this is gonna give you a lot more width rather than thickness. These workouts for the back are gonna focus mainly on the width rather than thickness, because to get the V type of physique, you want to focus on width and not thickness. Next, we are going with rear delts. To grow your rear delts, simply just do the rear delts machine. Honestly, that's all you really need. No complicated workout. Just go on the red delt machine and do a comfortable weight, not comfortable weight, but like progressively over than that, and you're gonna see a huge difference in the way that you work out. I promise you, I guarantee you, if you focus on just these 3 workouts for your shoulders, you're gonna see a massive difference in your physique and your V taper. Next is abs. Like, honestly, this is gonna be like 30 seconds. Planks and any ab workout machine is going to get you abs if you train with enough intensity and progressive overload, and you train it twice a week. Honestly, this is fairly simple, not really a hard or complicated muscle to train. Honestly, 2 workouts is fine. Upper part of your abs, lower part of your abs, and you're good. That's about it. Next is going to be, let's go into chest. For chest, you want to mainly focus on your upper chest. The most aesthetic part of your chest is going to be your upper chest, which is honestly the harder part to grow, but it's going to be like this part right here. And you do this by training on incline workouts. So like incline dumbbell press, the vertical bench press machine, or you can even do low to high cable flies. Now, me personally, I do 4 workouts. So I have 4 workouts in total, but I do 3 per session. So it would be incline dumbbell press. I always do this. Vertical press. I always do this. And my third workout is a variation. So sometimes I do low to high, which is an incline movement that focuses on the upper chest or middle chest. Or I do chest press, which focuses on the entire chest as a whole, which you want to incorporate, because doing more than 2 workouts on one muscle group, or doing more than 2 workouts on one muscle group is going to be useless. So focus on 2 incline movements and 1 that focuses on your entire chest. That's about it. And I forgot to mention about sets. If you're this far into the video, do 3 sets of 12s or 3 sets to close to failure. If you're doing heavier weights, obviously you're going to have to do a lot lower reps. Like, let's say you're doing, 100 kg, you're probably going to be doing 6 reps, compared to if you're doing 50, you'd probably be doing 12 or close to failure. And that's like the best rep range to kind of do, anywhere between 6 on the heavier side or 12 on the lighter side. And in regards to like the whole failure thing, some people are like iffy about it. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. I'll keep it up 50 with you. If you want to have enough energy in reserve to do your workouts, fair enough. Go as close to failure as possible. But if you're strong enough like me, I'm strong enough. I can do to failure for every single set and not gas out. I'm just built different like that. Then doing to failure is gonna work for you. Like, I built this physique by training to failure, but some people will be like, no, it's not optimal. They can go fuck themselves, honestly. Generally speaking, there are correct ways to train, but you yourself are the experiment. You have to see what works for you and what doesn't. What works for me is kind of switching between going from failure to close to failure. But again, I am just built different. I can push the failure for all 3 of my workouts and see massive amounts of progress. Next, we're going to go on to biceps. Fairly simple. Biceps aren't that the bigger muscle, so just focus on 2 workouts. Preacher curls and barbell curls. Simply, this is going to give you like size and width. Just focus on the short head and the long head. And if you want to focus on like the brachialis, you can do hammer curls. But I mean, yeah, honestly, you can do hammer curls as well. But I pretty much like vary it between those two workouts I mentioned before and hammer curls. For barbell curls, it's fairly simple. You can either do partial range of motion or full range of motion. It really doesn't matter. There's studies out there saying that there isn't really that big of a difference. So just focus on getting the right form, which is having your arms like this and then pulling up like this. And so it's kind of important to have your arms. So like you see how my arms are tucked in like this, and you pull. That's how you're gonna bias your biceps to grow them like even further and shit. Next, actually no, I forgot to mention preacher curls. Fairly simple. Do a weight that you can do. Don't try and tear your muscles. Do a weight that you can do, and then from there progressively overload. This is fairly simple, but if it's not, I can't really show you guys here, but search up preacher curls. These are like one of the best workouts to grow and explode your biceps to kind of upgrade them like to be really, really strong. Number two is going to be triceps, or the second half of arms is going to be triceps. This is the one that you want to focus on the most because this is even bigger of a muscle than biceps. So in order for you to kind of just inherently grow your triceps, two workouts that are the best are overhead tricep extension, which is rope of the V-bar and pulling up above your head. And again, do light weights for this so you can actually see the feeling in your triceps. If you're not, you're doing it wrong. If you are, congrats, you're gonna explode it if you kind of go up in weights. Then there's number two, which is tricep pull downs, which is just self-explanatory, pushing down with your triceps. Again, light weights and see you feeling it in your triceps. This is basically just going to help you explode both the long head and the short head of your triceps, which are the most important parts of your muscle for overall just size and width. Next is, I think that's about it, to be honest. I would have said legs, but honestly, legs are self-explanatory. Just focus on the hamstrings and the squats. Squats? What's wrong with me? That's still going to be it. End of the video. I have built a step-by-step routine that will get you the aesthetic physique in my ebook that goes over one, how to how to actually be confident with your aesthetic physique. Two, the step-by-step guide to building the aesthetic physique, as well as my workout routines and my diet and what I eat. And then three, how to lose fat and build muscle at the exact same time, despite what these gurus and these dickheads online are telling you that you can't lose fat and build muscle. Yes, the fuck you can. Yes, the fuck you can. So yeah, end of the video. My ebook is in the link in the description below. Alternatively, if you want to see fast results, my one-to-one coaching program is also in the description below. And if you want to do that, slightly more expensive, but let's be honest, if you want those results, I will personally help you pretty much do everything. Hold your hand autistically, hold your hand until you get the aesthetic physique. Check-ins, explaining what you should eat, how you should train, pretty much everything else. So yeah, that's going to be in the video. Pretty long one, but yeah, see ya.